Good afternoon, good evening, and if we don't catch you later on, good night. It's Anthony here. It's the Daily Bake. As always, it's at 12 noon. We are joined today with some wonderful people from GTS, but what do we have that we have in plan or in store for you during the week? So remember, we are live. It is 12 o'clock. You can post some questions off on LinkedIn or on Facebook or wherever you're looking at this. Please feel free to. But what we would do is through our process of the Daily Bake, it's really simple. On Mondays, Monday Motivation. Tuesdays is Top Job Tuesdays. Wednesday is Hot Candidate Wednesdays. Thursdays, which is what we're looking at today, is GTS Thursdays. And Friday, tomorrow, I'm very excited to introduce Mark Brown. He is from Rendezvous, which is the first hotel and meeting opportunity, if you like, in the metaverse. So do touch base for that. So as we go from this, Greg joins me, co-founder Greg joins me every Thursday. So Greg, what's going on at GTS?
Okay, so this week has been another fantastic week for GTS. We've had a number of new clients that we've signed official exclusive terms with, which has been fantastic. That's on the wealth management side, within our engineering and space side as well, which Jordan will talk about perhaps in a bit. We've won a couple of retainers in our food and beverage division as well, which is fantastic. And maybe next week we'll talk about some of those. We are interviewing like crazy at the moment with regards to hiring consultants here into GTS. So we've met two so far this week. We've got another one that we're seeing this evening. So hopefully within the next few weeks, we might be able to announce some new hires, which will be fantastic. Other than that, it's been just a standard busy week. We had a busy night last night. Obviously, we went to the football game. Say again.
How did Arsenal get on?
I can't hear you, mate.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, appreciate it, Greg. We'll come back to you in a minute because we want some market news with what's going on in the general recruitment space. But we have the pleasure again today of joining with co-founders. Greg and Jordan founded GTS. The luxury gave us the pleasure of working at their benefit. So today, Jordan, how are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. So, obviously, we're not going to talk about Arsenal losing last night, but Millwall won.
No. Yeah, I got 2-0, was it?
And so did Luton, 4-0.
Yeah, okay. So, the whole point of this, the purpose of this show on a Thursday is to introduce people to different parts of what we do in GTS. You work in a very interesting field. So, would you like to tell the people that are watching or will be watching this show what is happening in the space market?
Yeah, of course. The space market is bouncing as ever. It didn't really suffer too much during COVID. You know, if anything, connectivity and wireless technologies were required more than ever. So major projects with major space organizations around Europe are meaning that tier 1, tier 2 suppliers are looking for talent like engineers, project managers, quality people. Real skills shortage out there at the minute. So lots of good companies looking for a lot of good talent, and we're partnering with a lot of them, especially in sort of Belgium, Netherlands, France, and the UK areas. So we're as busy as ever in those areas, especially within the contract side of the business as well. A lot of people are looking for freelance or contract staff. So that's a real key area for us.
So if we're in the space market, we want to look at getting into that market, and we're just, just a candidate. What would be the best process to go through it? Or are you just working with experienced candidates?
So you do get a lot of transferable skills in other industries. So aerospace, quite often defense areas, sort of highly regulated industries can often be quite transferable. But especially when you're looking at the contract market, 99% of my clients are looking for candidates that have that space experience already. Less so on the permanent side. So if you were really enthusiastic for space and satellites and you weren't in industry, I would say the best way to do it is to go permanent first and get yourself through the door. And then if you want to go contracting afterwards, then it's a really lucrative and exciting industry to do so.
In a world where things are changing and lots of stuff happens every day, it seems to be a market that sort of stays pretty steady. Can you give us a reason why? I mean, sorry to throw you under the bus a bit, but why is that?
I would actually say it doesn't stay pretty flat. If anything, it's growing. And I think I sort of touched on that at the beginning when, the world has become connected. Wireless technologies are important. The introduction to 5G internet is really important. So I would say that plays a huge part into why the area and the industry has grown so much.
I think it's not just that as well. It's looking at things like Tesla, for example, and all the automation car. All of this requires satellites, and they're in space. So we're having to work with all these. Well, not having to. We love working with all these different companies that are doing some fantastic, have some fantastic technology that they're working on. But it's all connected to do with into space and satellites. So
yeah, a lot of our clients work within automotive technically, but they design the chips that are for autonomous driving, for instance. So you're still looking at space standards for chips into space, but technically they are classed as automotive. It's just space technologies. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, that sort of rounds it up for that. I mean, we will hopefully come back with you a little bit more. Please follow Jordan. His details will be in the model. Just really quickly, Jordan, just so the guys can get you know a little better. Tell us something that everybody knows about you.
How old? What's the age of our audience? I would say something about me is quite unique. I guess is that at university I played lacrosse, which is quite a unique sport. Really enjoyed it, and
unisexual.
Pardon, sorry.
Unique. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, unique.
Okay. Great. So, how can our candidates get hold of you?
LinkedIn's a great place. I'm active on it every day, so that's a really good place. Or you could drop me an email, follow the same suit as your email, answer jordan.w@gts-search.com. But LinkedIn is a really good place that I put out content about the space. I put out posts, and I reply to everyone that messages. So.
And they can also go onto our website and submit their CV on the website, etc.
Perfect. Okay, so just in closing, guys, just a minute, Greg. What's going on in the market right now, generally?
Well, I think the biggest thing to talk about at the moment is clearly there's some conflict going on in the world at the moment, but that doesn't seem to be slowing down the recruitment. And I think the key thing it was noticeable yesterday when we were in London just how busy London was, and the tubes and the trains. Everybody is going back to work. I think Goldman's had a statement the other day, didn't they, about everyone's got to come back in, and if you don't come back in, then don't bother coming back, or something along those lines.
20,000 jobs available today because
20,000. But that's happening a lot. So our phones are ringing constantly at the moment with candidates that are saying, "Hey, listen, I'm thinking about leaving my current role. I want to continue working a hybrid role from home. What have you got?" And that seems to be the flavour of the month at the moment. Is that actual fact the world's going back to normal, and that people are going back into offices, and they've been so used for the last 2 years of not being in the office that they're actually now thinking about changing jobs. So we are busier than ever, and that flips it round because they're thinking about going or they're thinking about leaving. The clients are doing exactly the same thing by saying, we need to replace this person, or actually we can change that job around and we need 2 of these rather than 1 of those. So it's a really, really busy market at the moment. So please do contact us if you want to ask anything about salaries or anything like that. We've got lots of information to give.
We do unique salary guides, everyone, that are unique to your business. So we don't just chuck you a salary guide that's sort of a blueprint. We do uniquely do it. So, guys, I want to say thank you to Jordan for jumping on today, Greg. We'll see you next Thursday. Everybody have a wonderful day. Remember, it is the Daily Bake tomorrow. We have Crypto Fridays. I've got Mark Brown from Rendezvous. It's going to be very exciting. Let's get involved in the metaverse. Are you
going to have your VR thing on?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. All right, guys, have a good one.
See you later. Bye-bye.